I'm Bumblebee, and you're watching Three Men in a Basement.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy OTTO coming to you live and direct. I just did this video already and I didn't hit record. Oh well, what are you going to do? That's on me. It's 11 o'clock at night. I worked at the restaurant. Long day, busy day. So it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed this video. So went to the old school comic show. Had a great time. Picked up some really fun books. This is the haul video from it. I hope you enjoy it, okay? This is going to be a little bit abbreviated because I already said it once and I still got to chop it up. So, bought some great books, bought some fun books, made a trade, all right? My 1A favorite book that I picked up, my number one favorite book, I have a 1A, is this copy of Blip number 1. This is a book that you don't see often. I got this from Bob Stevenson. This is constantly on the cover price top 10 or on the Movers and Shakers. Why is this an important book? This is a video game book. Where now the video game books are crossing, video games are crossing over to comics. Comics are crossing over to there. You know that. But this is the first appearance of Donkey Kong and Mario. I want to say I dig in a lot of long boxes. I go to shows. I ogle at wall books. I see a lot of stuff. I don't see this book often. And when you don't see something that often, you got to buy it when you see it. I got this from Bob Stevenson. He had it for $100. It's really high grade. Don't know if it'll hit a 9.8, but you can see that it is really, really nice. If it hits a 9.6, I'm happy. He had it for 100, gave it to me for 80. It's off the CGC right now, okay? Another book that I bought, which now I have 2 copies off the CGC and 2 in my PC. I've been buying this book for a long time. I completely believe in it. I don't believe the market has caught up to how big this book is going to be, and it's Eternals number 1, okay? I think this book is grossly undervalued, so if I were to give you any advice and you go to some shows within the next month and you see a nice high-grade copy or 2, pick them up, send them in. You won't be disappointed in the return. I'm telling you, 9.4s are up to $600, $700. 9.8s are around the 9.8s are over 2,000. So 9.6s and 9.8s are fetching, close to between $600 and $900. So those are books that I'm definitely stacking. All right. Now, what books did I buy? Secret Wars number 7. First appearance. Good book. I had this book as a kid. I paid 75 cents for it. I can't believe what I paid, like $40 for this now. But, okay, you got it. Good book to have. FF 353. Very cool book that I bought from Jason. He had 35 on it. I think I paid 20 for it. It's really cool. Not only is it the first appearance of Mobius, but who I thought was a really, really cool character, and that's why I bought it. But it's a Walt Simonson character, and you don't see Walt doing the FF that often. So yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. Excuse the yawn. It does have some kind of Ultra Games insert, which I'm not familiar with. So he's got it as near mint minus, a book that I will send out at some point, or maybe I don't. I don't know. A book that I bought 2 copies of, and I'm stacking both. These are books. I'm buying G.I. Joes. I'm all in on Destro. I'm all in on this. I've got 4 or 5 copies of this that I'm going to do a 9.6 pre-screen on all my Joes to see what I can get him back at. But I'm all in on Destro. I think he's going to be a great villain. I paid $18. I paid $25 minus something. I probably paid not more than $20 for both of these copies. G.I. Joe 17 for Zartan. $8, probably $5. Now, I say what I do and I do what I say. I got 10 copies of this, maybe 11. But this is by far is my highest graded copy. It's F244. It's the first appearance of Frankie Ray as the Herald of Galactus. It's a burn cover. It's very iconic. You can still find these out in the wild. Get them sent. That's the only tick right there. I don't know if this one is... This one by far is my nicest copy. It was $75 at the Reese Brothers. They gave it to me for $60. Very cool book. Hulk 234, an Al Milgrom book. When Marvel Man changes his name to Quasar. Book I didn't have, high grade. I believe Very Gary's a big believer in this. $40, I think I paid $25 for it. A book that I'm stacking like you wouldn't believe, but this was my first copy of it. This is 141 Hulk, the origin and first appearance of Doc Samson, and he's on the cover. Brilliant. Boom. 1971. $40. I think I paid $25 for it. Still looking for another high grade copy, but I'm gonna have a bunch of these before I start sending them in. So really neat. Now, I did make a trade. This trade started at Terrificon. I've learned this through hanging around people that I believe are good investors and good buyers, aka Dennis Thoro Comics and Very Gary. In the past 3 years, previous to COVID, I watched Very Gary buy a dozen, if not more, FF Annual 6s, The First Annihilus, and Franklin Richards. I have 4 or 5 copies. I don't have that many, although I am all in on Franklin Richards, but I don't have as many as Gary does. Dennis Thoro Comics, I watched him gobble up FF 48s and 49s like you wouldn't believe, and he's just waiting for them to pop, which is a great move. Now, I had this FF4 that I've had for years that I paid $300, maybe $400 for. I had it pressed and cleaned. It came back a 4.0. I already have a 4.5. I think Scarlet Witch has hit her peak as far as dollar value. So I don't think this other book has caught up to the peak. So when I went to talk to my friend Joe, who had this book, we agreed that we were probably at about at a wholesale difference of about $500 to $600 difference from my book to his book, plus one more of his books. So this was my 1A of fun books to pick up. This was my second book of choice. He had a 9.2 First Firelord that I absolutely loved. However, he just got it, and you could see that he was emotionally attached to it. So I did see this book, First Carnage 9.4. I do have this in a 9.8, which I'm very fortunate for. And actually, the sticker price on this was more than what I paid for the 9.4 like 5 years ago. But why this is important to me is because my symbiotes, my ASM 298, 299, 300, 301s are all 9.4s. You pair this up, you got a 9.4. What do we call that? Linear. And it's a newsstand, and it has a Carnage label. Boom. Hitting home runs. Now, I don't know how much this book's going to go up, but it's going to go up once the trailer drops, once the show starts. So when I see a Werewolf by Night 32, I will move any equity that I have to get it. I have an 8, I have an 8.5, and I have a 0.5. The 0.5 I would never sell. The 8, maybe. The 8.5, I don't know. I have a hard time trading my toys, but this book was bought for investment purposes. If this book goes up by like a half of what the value was, or even one whole, like if it goes up by one time, then I would move it, but I definitely think it has room to grow. I did talk to some people about having a crest cracked and pressed. A 5.5 is a tough grade for me to judge. It's like your soft 18 in blackjack. You know, you're damned you do, or you're damned if you don't. But the price difference between a 6 and a 5.5 for the effort that I would put into it, sending it to my presser, having him crack it, having him work on it, do an express, because I don't know when that trailer is going to drop, is just not worth the half grade bump. So sometimes it's better off to leave well enough alone. I don't think I would have got a full grade bump on it, so that was the thing. And I did get advice from Chinmo, BLC, Maddie, and Jay DeButcha at that. So it is what it is. And I'm glad I talked to my friends about it and got their advice, because, you know, good, smart individuals don't make decisions by themselves. You talk to other people and you let them guide you in your decisions, then you ultimately formulate your own decision based on other people's input, is which I did. So saying what it is, see what the trailer drops. Maybe it stays in a PC. Maybe I sell it and make some money. Who knows? But yeah, that was my investment book. So that was my haul video. I hope you enjoyed it. Go back and watch our little interview with Mr. Al Milgram. Go back and watch our interview with the Peonies from ElfQuest. And that's about it. So this was my haul video. I hope you guys appreciate it. And just think, I already said this once and I didn't hit record. So anyway, on behalf of 3 Men in the Basement, Dave in the Cave, I am Everett Otto. Roger Levesque is coming back with a Cranky Canadian. We are 3 Men in the Basement. This was my haul video. I am out. Peace.